Hi, if you sell clothing on eBay and you're considering getting Listeasier or any AI listing service, you need to watch this video. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to Reseller Rowboat for another car chat. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be driving. I'm trying to hold a tripod, so sorry if this is moving around. I really wanted to do this video as soon as possible. I just left the flea market. I apologize. I'm a hot mess. It's hot here in Texas, but it could be a lot hotter, so I'm grateful for that. I have a list here. If you have watched my previous video, I did a 1-hour tutorial with chapters so you could fast forward, showing you myself learning the program from a clothing seller's point of view, pointing out some of my concerns, and just generally listing. I think I listed 6 items that day on that video, and thank you guys so much, and thank you Josh so much for listening and sending my concerns to the development team. I really appreciate it. I apologize for being so impatient about getting in. This was a very easy week for me personal wise, so I really wanted to get into this program. I saw a lot of clothing, and I haven't seen a lot of videos out by clothing sellers, and I was kind of surprised by that. So I have a long list of things here I want to talk about. I will go ahead and repeat this if you're not interested in watching the tutorial, that I didn't get the program because I want to list more items. I got it because I wanted to have more free time. As my regular viewers know, I have a full-time job. I do caregiving. I have a lot of outside responsibilities other than my online business, and I'm in the car a lot, which happens to be what I'm doing now. I'm going to be parked for a while, so thought I would go ahead and talk about it. So my sales on eBay right now are in the toilet, by the way, and that's okay. I'll talk about that on another video. All right, Listeasier. Let me give you some of my pros. It is super fast. I have a relatively slow computer, I think, and the pictures load super fast. The listings load super fast. The price is great. I don't know how they got the price point down like that, and I would suspect if they went down to like 500 listings, the price would have to go up, but, you know, what do I know? I want to talk about my concerns now. Let's start from the top. The titles. I'm sorry, but the titles to me suck. I was taught to make titles a certain way by Tech and Sports, and let's say I had a Catherine's dress, my title would start Catherine's Women's Dress 3X, and then anything after that. I like to put things in the title that are not in the item specifics, which AI cannot do if they're not in the item specifics, but that's what I like to do, so they're in there. For instance, sheer. The AI can't really tell us something is sheer, probably. And if you're a clothing seller for women, especially, if you don't disclose that that item is sheer, you're asking for a return right there. I guess what I was expecting when I went to Listeasier was that I was going to have the same options on there as I have on eBay. For instance, it says, yes, I want to accept offers, but there's no place for an auto accept or an auto decline. And being a busy person as I am, and in the car almost all the time, I have an auto accept so that I don't have to keep going and checking offers. And that's not there. It's not a big deal, but it is something that I would really like. Style. A dress can be a mini, a sheath dress, and a tank dress all at the same time. But Listeasier's only going to pick one, and you're only going to have the option of picking one. So if it picks mini, then when your description generates, Sheath may not be in there. Tank may not be in there. Tank dress. And it's not there. Features is my big one. Let's say I have a bathing suit. A bathing suit can have lots of features. It could have a built-in bra, an adjustable strap. It can be lined. It can be stretchy. And it can be skirted. I mean, that right there is 5 features, and you're only allowed 1. So let's say the AI picks bra, built-in bra. Well, that's going to be in your title, but the other items are not going to be in your title, and they're not going to be in your AI description. So you're going to have to add those if you want those, but you can't add it to the item specifics in the features. My jeans, I sell a lot of jeans, guys. We're talking comfort, elastic waist, pockets, stretchy. In the accents, let's say it's studded and embroidered pockets. Well, AI, or you can only pick one, embroidered or studded or rhinestone. So where in the listing is it going to show that it's also embroidered? This is a problem for me, okay? And so I had to list my items, and then as soon as they're listed, go over to eBay, open each individual one, edit it, and add features, add accents, add best offer auto accept. If I had 6 dresses, but one was over £1, I had to change the weight and the flat rate shipping to $8.99 because I had defaulted it to $7.49. I also had to change my categories. As you guys know, I have 2 store categories. Listeasier only has 1. Josh has been made aware of that. My top category is what section of my inventory room it's in, because I take all of those items down at once and I inventory them. And my second store category is when it was listed. So when something's been listed a year, it goes 30% off. And I use my bottom category for that. So that's imperative for my business, maybe not for yours. So I think that if you're selling CDs and DVDs, you know, cards, collection cards, this is an awesome program for you, because this program is going to pull all this information, the bands and the songs and the writers and the directors and the years and all that, things that you don't have time to type out, you don't have time to look for. It's awesome. But for me as a clothing seller, this isn't going to work the way it is. So I hope Josh will continue to work with the development team and get some of these things changed. I'm kind of surprised that none of the clothing sellers in beta had issues with this. You know, like I said, if I don't put sheer in the feature, I'm asking for a return. Okay, I just am. If I'm having to rewrite, I could have rewritten I could have written the title myself, as long as it took. Oh, that's the other thing. The titles have punctuation in them, like an apostrophe for women's. Have to take that out. eBay doesn't recognize punctuation. That's unnecessary characters that you don't need to use. The word size. eBay doesn't need to know size in the title. It knows that a 2X is a size. So that's 5 characters right there, including the space, that you could have used for something else. And laser cut. I always put that in the title because it's not in the item specifics. There's so many things like this that were just bogging me down. Now, the second day, I thought, well, I'm going to try something different. I've already created some templates the day before. Let me try listing some items that I already have templates made for. So I got some more jeans, and I got some more dresses. I got some more t-shirts. And it did make it faster because I didn't have to set up the template. But I still had to go in after the fact and edit all these jeans listings, all these t-shirt listings, all these dresses listings. And that takes time. I am a very fast drafter. I draft every few nights or so. I go in and I draft. It may take me 2 to 3 hours, depending on if I have 20 or 50 to draft. I'm very fast. But if I'm listening to a podcast or watching a movie, I am a little bit slower. I just draft it all out, fill it all out, and then the next day I just pop the photos in there and just do a real quick check, and I put it in my drafts. Going over to eBay after Listeasier for me was not just going and checking a few things, it was checking everything. And I'd already checked everything in the program and change some things. So this isn't going to work for me at this time. I am going to be canceling my subscription soon, but I hope that the developers will get to work on some of these things. Also, I think it would be very helpful if there was a tutorial video on the website. Right now it says it's coming, but to me, if you haven't watched any creator videos on this program and you go to the website and there's no video, you don't even know that you have to set up your shipping location before you can even create a template or a batch. And when I tried to do that, it kicked me out. I had to create my shipping location and then go and start over. Just very, very simple things would be nice to know, or just an overall look of the program and what it can do, I think would really, really help. I was very surprised that there wasn't a tutorial on there. Let me see what else is on my list. I think I've touched on most of it. Okay, so my feeling is, and this isn't a bad thing or anything, but we've had three YouTube creators in the last 4 or 5 months who have created an AI listing program. 2 in the last month that I can think of. They have large followings. So my suspicion is that there was a developer out there that developed this software, and then they marketed it to YouTube influencers to purchase the rights, to customize it to their liking, and then to offer it to their audience. And there's nothing wrong with that, but my suspicion is we're going to see more. Actually, I was talking to a friend today, and we were trying to guess who's going to be the next YouTuber that's going to come out with an AI listing software. So that's just kind of something to look out for. Are we missing out? If, I've heard some people say, you're missing out. If you don't jump on this train and get a listing software, you're missing out. I don't think I'm missing out as far as sales. My items are selling fine. I have 60-day free returns. My return rate is fine. My customers are happy. I have over 6,100 feedback on my store. Majority of it is super positive. So I think my items will sell. Will I sell as many as my competitors who use these programs and get, bazillion listings up a month? No. But again, that wasn't my reasoning for wanting this. I don't have time to source any more than I'm already sourcing. I only have 3 hours on Monday, and sometimes it's only every other Monday. And so, I'm just limited, and I'm also limited in space. I think my goal for by the end of 2026, I think I would like to be up to 5,000 listings, but I don't know if that's possible. I really don't. Right now, I think I'm at 37, 38 when everything is up, and I'm not. Right now, I'm inventorying a section that is 250 items, so I'm missing about 150. But I just wanted to let you know that to just calm down and don't feel like you're missing out. And I hope this information has been helpful to you as a clothing seller. And I hope somebody from the development team will listen to my concerns as a seller and just know that I really do want to use the program, and I, in the future, if these items are addressed, when it says features, I should be able to pick 4 or 5 features. I should be able to pick whatever is on the eBay site. I should be able to pick. And I don't understand why it's not that way. I'm sure there's a reason, but I don't know what it is. So, well, I'm getting ready to record another video for my channel, so I'm going to go ahead and close here. Don't forget, everybody, that we are all in this business boat together. So paddle on, and may God keep you in his pocket. Bye.